All right, guys. So let me break this here down for you because this is kind of wild. Javier Milei is the president of Argentina, and he is a psychopath. I don't say that lightly. I mean, I literally think he's a psychopath. He has deep, deep psychological issues. He dressed himself as a superhero on the campaign trail, wore some like tight-ass, creepy-ass costume, and he called himself General ANCAP, which stands for Anarcho-Capitalist. So this guy is a true far-right libertarian, like Ayn Rand style, Ludwig von Mises, like as far libertarian as you can go, that's where he is, right? But look at this. Trump tells Javier Milei, so we spoke to him recently after he won the presidency. Trump tells Javier Milei, quote, "You are my favorite president." Elon Musk is in touch with one of Milei's ministers, and they want to, quote, replicate the chainsaw that Milei brought to Argentina's public spending and welfare state. So for those of you who don't know, again, true Kool-Aid drinking, hardcore libertarian type. He released a video when he was running for president, and he was going through government agencies and just ripping it off, a whiteboard and throwing it and being like, gone, forget it, we're going to cut it, doesn't exist anymore. Like, he just went through the whole thing. And by the way, he followed through on a lot of what he said he was going to do, and Argentina is worse off for it. They continue here. Milei finally had his telephone conversation with Trump. He had to wait a week, much longer than he would have liked. There was no call after the Republicans' victory in the elections in the United States, and that called into question his self-esteem. So apparently, the fact that Trump didn't call him the first day or the first 2 days, he was getting very insecure over that fact. By the way, there would be no Milei without Trump winning in 2016. Trump and all of his antics and his victory in 2016 led to Milei and all his antics and his victory. And a lot of Milei supporters used the same sort of online tactics as Trump supporters in 2016 to get him over the edge. Yeah, this is terrifying. For Trump to tell him, you're my favorite president, and for Elon to be in contact and to say, look, we want to bring that chainsaw to the U.S. government, the same chainsaw you brought to Argentina. So, well, what's the deal in Argentina? Well, I remember covering this article not that long ago. Wages in Argentina crater after 100 days of Milei presidency. 100 days into new Argentinian President Javier Milei's term, and the economic news for that nation is not good. Private sector wages dropped 11% in December, the steepest decline in 30 years, following Milei's devaluation of the Argentinian peso by 54%. Jesus. Government officials say the plummet in wages has led to a significant drop in consumer purchasing power, resulting in double-digit spending dips at Argentinian businesses every single month of Milei's presidency. Argentinian economists are predicting a 3.5% drop in GDP this year. Milei's reforms, which he called a shock to the economy, are intended to trigger a deep recession in a nation already racked with poverty. 57.4% of Argentinians live below the poverty line, according to UNICEF. Argentina's child poverty rate is on track to hit 70%. With the rapid decline in consumer purchasing power, inflation in Argentina dropped from 20% to 13.2% from January to February, leading to right-wing praise of Milei in the United States. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said we could save America with Milei's policies, despite inflation in the U.S. being one of the lowest in the world at 3.7% under Biden. So they literally looked at the drop in inflation and they were like, that's it. He's a genius. He's brilliant. And it's like, okay, do you want to look at the child poverty numbers? Do you want to look at the poverty numbers? Do you want to look at the devaluation of the peso? Do you want to look at any other indicators, wages, any other? Nope. They saw a little bit of a drop in inflation, and they go, brilliant, we need to do this stuff here. More, remember this? Milei couples total crackdown on protests with economic shocks in Argentina. So what happened is you had unions in Argentina were like, fuck it, we're doing a general strike, we're going to protest. They went out in the streets because they don't like the direction he's taken the country economically. He's screwing people over. And this guy, remember, libertarian, hardcore libertarian, anarcho-capitalist. Milei was like, yeah, send out the military, crack down on the protests, break the unions up, brutalize them. Let's end this right now. Isn't that crazy? So small government for everything except full-on police state and use violence against people exercising their freedom to protest. Absolutely insane. This one just came out the other day. Argentine consumers feel squeezed even as inflation dips below 200%. Argentine inflation has dipped to 193%, landing below the 200% threshold for the first time in close to a year. Data from statistics agency INDEC showed on Tuesday as President Javier Milei's dramatic austerity agenda bears fruit. I love that. Don't worry, we know we cut all of the social safety net programs. We know a lot of you are dumpster diving and are starving, but it's okay because we got inflation down to 193%. Jesus Christ, man. So, yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. Let's do this on the fly here. Ready? Let's do this on the fly. Let's go. What is the unemployment rate in Argentina? Let's see. Argentina's unemployment rate, 6.18%, which was a 0.63% decrease from 2022. So, in other words, the unemployment rate actually is pretty low. Now, the wages of those people? Let's look this up. How much have wages gone down in Argentina? Private sector pay fell 11% when adjusted for inflation. The minimum wage in March 2024 was set at 202,800 pesos, which is the lowest it's been since June 2003. So did he lower the minimum wage? Argentina's economy has been struggling with a deep contraction. However, there are some signs of recovery. So wages have fallen 11%. What else should we look up? We did, what is the inflation rate in Argentina? Then we'll get an updated poverty number. 209%. Argentina's annualized inflation rate was 209%, making it one of the highest in the world. What is the poverty rate in Argentina? 52.9%. So it went down from the 57 to 53%. And this is the guy, I'm not kidding when I say this is the guy that many right-wingers are like, love this guy, we love his economic policies. It's almost like in their analysis, they literally don't care about the poverty rate, the child poverty rate. They don't care about like food insecurity. Like they only care about maybe the unemployment rate is one of the only things they care about, or GDP growth, which is kind of funny because if that's what you care about, shouldn't all these Republicans have been supporting Joe Biden? Because those are good general economic indicators for him, right? But like wages, they don't care. Poverty rate, they don't care. Inflation obviously sucks, although it has come down a little bit, but it's still colossally high. It's just, they like him because they like the ideology of anarcho-capitalism, period. That's it. That's why they like him. And it's almost like Elon Musk said it, right? Elon Musk was like, we need to go through a period of economic hardship. What do you say? Economic hardship or economic pain? Basically like, yeah, we want to induce a recession or a depression, but it's okay because when we get out on the other end, the money will be sound and everything will be better. And it's like, how much pain are you talking about here? The idea for like this platonic ideal of what you think a good economy is to make people suffer. It's like, shouldn't the point of the economy be so that people aren't suffering and so that people are provided for and are happy and healthy and able to afford stuff? It like in their minds, they think you exist to serve the economy. Like it's some emperor, overlord, god king. The economy, you exist to serve the economy. That's how they view it. Instead of the economy exists to serve you. Like we're trying to create a society here and the society should be civilized and functional and like we should have rules and regulations in place so that the economy works for everybody. No, he doesn't look at it like that. It's almost like you're just a cog and machine of the economy and you need to do your job and shut the fuck up. And I don't care what the poverty rate is. I don't care if you're going hungry. I don't care about any of that shit. Serve your god, the economic god, the GDP god, right? That's how they think. And so anyway, this is Trump's boy here, man. This is Trump's boy. Look, the only upside to end this conversation with here is Trump told Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk that you guys are going to be the head of the Doge government agency. Now, what is the Doge government agency? Department of Government Efficiency. But it's not it's literally not going to be used. It's not an actual government agency. They're not trying to get funding for it. That's not on the agenda. Trump is literally setting up like a study commission where they say, oh, you're outside of government, but you'll provide advice to the Office of Management Budget. And it's basically like Trump telling Vivek and Elon Musk, you can fuck off. I don't really care about what you think. Yeah, write a report or something. We'll get back to you. That's basically what Trump is doing here. So the only upside is he's kind of telling them to fuck off. And that could be a good thing from this perspective because Elon actually wants to do what Milei wants to do. Elon wants to take a hatchet to all of the U.S. social safety net. He wants to take a hatchet to Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security and any government program that actually helps regular people. They want that on the chopping block. They're against it because they think it's welfare, right? They want small government. And so Elon definitely wants that. Trump, I mean, look, his budgets do call for, or at least the last time, called for reductions in the social safety net. But he also, doesn't want to eliminate something like Social Security or Medicare, right? He said that a bunch on the campaign trail. And he's not as far right-wing on those issues as Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are, right? So you can only hope Trump really gave those guys the runaround and genuinely doesn't care about what they have to say and is not interested in what they have to say. That's the upside. That's the silver lining here. And the other silver lining is Trump did wait like multiple days, 3-4 days, whatever it was, before calling Milei. And so for Trump to say to Milei, yeah, you're my favorite, buddy. You're my first of all, he probably said that to every fucking person he talked to. Second of all, if he really was his favorite, why didn't he call him the first day or the second day or the third day? So Milei was right to feel insecure about that. So in other words, Trump probably does look at this guy like, look at this fucking clown. He's an idiot. So I hope that Trump actually doesn't mean it and doesn't like Milei, doesn't like Elon Musk, doesn't like Vivek Ramaswamy. But if Milei and Vivek and Elon have their way, they will absolutely do exactly what Milei did in Argentina, which has been an absolute colossal disaster. Because understand, the move of Milei, privatize everything and sell it off to Western oligarchs. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. So exploit the population in Argentina. He's trying to westernize Argentina, but by handing over everything that's government in Argentina to foreign oligarchs, Western oligarchs. That's his idea. That's his idea. But as he's about to find out, that leads to tremendous exploitation of the people in Argentina, and Western oligarchs don't give a shit about the people in Argentina, and they're going to be really pissed off about the way the system functions in Milei's ideal world, right? So anyway, you just have to hope that Trump doesn't mean it about Milei being his favorite. And the Elon Musk thing is a good sign that he basically gave him a fucking study group to do that has no power whatsoever. So there you have it. All right, guys. That's the show, y'all. Love you very much. Everybody have a great, great rest of your day. I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow. Do me a big favor. Click like and click subscribe, all that fun stuff. You can support the show on Patreon. You could also tip with the thanks button on YouTube, or you could support Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. Sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends. We got a great interview dropping this week. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. Peace. Hey, y'all. Do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.